What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. Since last time, I've made my way back here to Capitan, or however you pronounce it, it's Capitan. But anyways, before I get started, I think I should probably mention how I actually got here. So, I switched to this party that I am currently using at the end of the last episode, but it didn't occur to me at the time that to actually get back here, I need Sten, because obviously I don't have another way to get across to Windia because there's that cliff there. So, in order to actually get here with Rand in my party, you have to use the fact that these dragon statues, you can actually use them to change your party. So, pretty simple. I just put Sten back in my party when I left, because you can't actually change your party in Corsair because there is no dragon statue there. You save at the church, and the church doesn't let you change characters. So, from Hometown, I just switched Sten back in, and then once I got across to Windia, I switched Rand in. And that is how that happened. Now, before we actually get going with the story, though, this lady here, now that we've returned from Hometown, not Hometown, I honestly can't remember what they call your base hideout thing. But anyways, this lady's here now. What in the heck? What is going on here? Probably not, I guess. Uniting? You know, there's whole kinds of undertones to this scene that I never even realized until now. No. First I want to check the dresser. It's not an important item, but it's an item that we will soon lose the ability to obtain. Let's just say. Ayah! Why is there a dragon? Oh! That's an interesting animation. I don't know what it is about the way the roof just kind of comes off the house. And how is she even alive? That room, if the roof popped off, then clearly the room is like entirely engulfed in flame. That's all, is it? So, now, a couple things have happened. First of all, you gotta be a little bit careful returning to Capitan here because Ryu is on his own. But, he'll be fine. Oh, there's some new, I thought these stoolies were new, maybe not. Anyways, Ryu has learned Fire Puppy, Ice Puppy, and Tea Puppy, which are the lowest level of dragon spells. And dragon spells are kind of interesting. Oh, whoops. I thought... this might actually be bad. I thought the puppy spells hit all enemies, but apparently I was mistaken. Oh well, not a big deal. So the dragon spells, what they do is they consume all of Ryu's MP. And they do a large amount of damage. How much damage they actually do, I believe it's like based on what percent MP Ryu has. So for example, if Ryu was at half HP, instead of doing 512 damage, that puppy attack would have done 256. I think that's how it works, but I could be wrong. Now, you also learn 3 of them. You learn Fire, Ice, and Thunder. But in reality, it doesn't actually matter which one you use, ever. I think I've explained previously how I don't think elemental types really do much in this game, but I know for a fact that I think with the dragons, they actually just aren't even flagged to do elemental damage at all. So, yeah. Huh? Okay, so I guess we're here now. Why would I be hitting on the old lady? If anything, there's the shaman lady in red. Well, I kind of burned down their house. And the entire forest. Well, you're not doing much else these days. Just leave. Hey? Yeah, I guess. I mean... don't really have much choice. I mean, I guess you don't have to... do you? Yeah, I don't think you have to get the shaman at all. So I guess we have to make our way back over to Capitan again. Which means doing the same thing that I explained earlier. Grabbing a party with Sten in it. So we need a carpenter from Capitan. So we're gonna head our way back over there. Okay, so we are back in Capitan. And we've been tasked with finding a carpenter. Now, it actually kind of matters. Well, I guess before I explain that, there's actually 3 carpenters in this village. The last time around, I pointed out that the fact that there are 3 different kinds of houses in this place. There are these normal houses, there are these kind of Arabian houses, and then there are these tree houses. Or not tree houses, but they're like on poles. And depending on what house you choose, a different carpenter will obviously go to your village and build different types of houses. They each come with their own benefits, but I want to choose the carpenter that builds the normal houses. And why exactly, I'll explain when the time is more appropriate. But also it's worth mentioning that which carpenters are available to you actually are determined by how many people you saved in the well. So if you didn't save anyone, or I guess, you know, if you didn't really, bleh, you know what I mean. If you didn't save few or no people, then you can only choose the normal house. If you saved 3 to 4 people, you can choose these houses. And if you saved everyone, you have the option to choose this house. But regardless, I'm going to go for the normal house. So I believe I want to go in here. Maybe? Maybe not. painter, huh? There's nothing! So, I guess it's in here then. Ah, here we go. Yes, I do. And he just leaves behind his wife and child. It's all cool. But anyways, now that we have chosen a carpenter, the woman who looks like a bat is who we're following. But anyways, we now can take this boat. So that is what we are going to do. And as I mentioned, I guess I might as well save. Saving tends to be a good thing to do. And while we're at the dragon statue, I can say what I was going to say. It's kind of important to have, I believe you need to have Nina in your party for this segment. It might be Kat, but I'm pretty sure it's Nina. And what I mean by that is we gotta come into this forest here. I don't know if there's any battles in this area. I guess not. But there's all these frogs. Who's talking? That's a really big frog. A little bit. You're not a man at all, you're a frog. I suppose I can do that? Well, I guess you don't need Kat or Nina quite yet. But you'll need Kat or Nina for the frog soon enough. So, these are flies, much like every other fly in the game. Nothing special to see here. However, there's a few interesting things in this area. Oh, these guys have like a bajillion health. I'm gonna go with cold. Try and take one out before the other. The plus side is that they give a lot of experience, if I remember correctly. Well, that wasn't very effective. It'd be a little bit easier to tell how much health they have if I could actually see their health bar. And this guy defended, so that's gonna make him take a little bit longer as well. Well, that did more damage, but it was also a critical hit. Oop. Cold breath. Ow. 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 And she's dead. That's unfortunate. Multi-target attacks in this game tend to be really strong for some reason. I don't understand why. Like, you would think the attacks that hit multiple party members would be, like, the weakest. Just out of pure, like, balancing. But anyways, Nina being dead isn't a huge issue. I'm just gonna run from these guys, or fail to do so. No, run away! Stupid fish man. Leave me alone. Thank you. So there's this little hut here. I guess it's a hut. It's really just a camping area of some description. But we can rest here, which is very handy because the only other alternative to healing up is to go all the way back to Capitan, which I guess isn't too far, but it means going back to the forest and then going through the forest and all that. You can also switch party members here, which can be important. Unfortunately, the only other thing we can really do in this area at the moment, I think... No, I think we could do something else, but it's not a good idea to. Not yet. Long story short, we're going to the Witch's Tower now. There's a lot of stuff in this area to look at. Not look at, that's... There's a lot of stuff in this area to go and do, but we can't access a lot of it at this point. And that was a horrible and contracted way of saying all that, but I think you know what I mean. Sometimes I just fail terribly at talking. Now I can really see how much health these guys actually have. Well, at least he's not going to actually do anything to us. So... Oh geez, stamen and pollen, huh? I'm going to focus on the pollen because I believe they put us to sleep. Try Spark. Okay, so the stamen puts us to sleep. In theory, anyways. I believe the pollen does all the damage, but the stamen has more HP. But then I've been wrong about everything else that I've claimed about these guys, so who knows. Wow, that's a lot of experience. This is a really good place to level up, obviously because it's a new area, so it might be a good idea to just spend some time to grind up some levels. I think I'm going to be okay without it, though. But anyways, this is the Witch's Tower. And I think I'm going to cut this episode a little bit short because the Witch's Tower is pretty long and annoying, so I want to have a good full episode to kind of make my way through it. So I am going to leave it here for today on Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. Catch you later.